Kuyaye ukuthi ngesinye isikhathi mawehlelwe icabangela uze ingoma enjengalezi ezithi kunabantu abafunayo asibazi bafunani kodwa bayafuna bona. So today it's a special day. As an entrepreneur, I get to challenge myself to do things that I believe will make me grow, things that I believe to educate as many people as I can. I'm not saying I'm an expert or a guru in finance, but I'm basically trying to share what I know. So if you've been following the show, you'll know that I've always been talking about my experience and everything that I've learned in the financial world. Hence the show is called Friday Finances with Mr. Msibise, because it's about that. But there's always a bigger vision of what this channel should be about, or what the route that we want to do. So that is why I'm playing this song. I love this song. Just listen to this thing. To know which one you let go, wanna make it complete. Maybe mele ngiyeke emsebenzini yabo ngibese ngibe radio host nje once ngoba hayi ngathi nokudj ngibuye ngibe nakho. So guys, in today's show we have a very special guest. So as mentioned earlier on, that I usually talk about my own experiences and I try to help other people to avoid the mistakes that I learned. So I'm one of the people who most of the time I learn from other people. So 60% of my of the mistakes that I make, mistake that I avoid, I learn from other people. I will usually see people do things and I'll be like, nope, I will up. So today it's not about me. Today we are going to be learning from other people. So our guest today, before she comes in, I see that she's not yet here, is Bathabile Mashigo. So Bathabile is an actress, yeah. So Bathabile is an actress from Scandal. Now I like to call her Sister Grace, and we kind of fight a lot about that. So please guys, don't call her Sister Grace. Yeah, but she plays a character of Grace Medupi. Yeah, Grace Medupi, a very wealthy woman who's actually apparently unlucky in love, but for some reason she got married recently. So things can still turn around even for you. Things can still yeah, but yeah, that's what it is. So she's in the show, she's very successful, but I've been interacting with her for a while now. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're just going to be talking to her. So as already mentioned, that we are saying taking charge of your finances. That's what we are dealing with today. So the main topic that we have today is taking charge of your finances. So if you have any questions for her or for me, you can drop them down here. We're gonna be able to read them, and then we are going to take them as we go on. But yeah, today's show is exactly like that: taking charge of your finances with Bathabile Mashigo. So while I'm waiting for her here, I'll also be briefing you of what is it that is happening, challenges that we are facing as individuals, taking charge of your finances. So please feel free to post your questions. I'll be able to take them in, and everything that we do here will also be posted on our YouTube channel for those that taking charge of your finances. For those that would want to watch this later, because I believe what we are going to be sharing with you guys is very much important. You are going to gain a lot from it. So still waiting for her to come in. I see that we actually have a few people joining in. So Siani Dumedisha, yes, Donald, I see you there. Sintebe, hi Sintebe, how are you Sintebe? Yes, 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 yes. Giti, hello, hello, hello. Yeah, Bathabile is in the house. Bathabile is in the house. Let's see if we can connect. Bathabile is here. Yeah, Maranali tie me yeah, for those who don't like my tie, please buy me a tie too. I still love this one. Still love this one. Oh my God.
Hi.
Sugar Mama. Hey!
How are you?
Sugar Mama. So no, I haven't. Come to think about it, I have a right to call you Sugar. Yeah, no, yeah. Hi. I need
Hi.
to. I need to put myself on some behavior because if sometimes
I'm
yeah,
I'm
Papa.
trying I'm trying to get myself into frame here.
Yeah, I see. Because your video is also not Ayoba. I don't know what's happening.
Is
Are you
it?
having some? Yeah. Are you having some bad
Okay.
connection
Woo!
or?
No, my connection seems fine.
Yeah,
Well, I guess
this thing of technologies, it doesn't only dribble you. It
Hey.
also deals with me. At sometimes like you have no idea. I'll be like, what's happening every time when I record my shows? Because I'm like, yeah, these days I do these things on my own. So I'm like, how do I set this thing up? How do I align everything? But you have experience in this, so I don't know why you're struggling on your own.
No, I don't hold the camera usually.
I have no idea. Yeah?
Usually all I have to do is just stand in front of the camera and the magic happens.
No, I doubt it. I doubt it. I've been to set once and I was like, oh my God. The fact that you guys get to wake up at 6, like, go to set on 6 is just, it's draining for me. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Oh,
At 6, I should be deciding if I'm waking up or what else. Anyway, welcome. Thank you so much. Usually I will say welcome to Friday Finances, but yeah, no, this is live. So we're taking things. So I don't get to do that. I don't get to do. But Tabile, thank you so much for honoring the invite for showing
yeah.
up. I was not even sure. I know that we've been texting saying that you're gonna show up, but somehow this was that sign of saying, "Ish, what if the celebrity in here kicks in and like
What
she
is
doesn't
that?
show?" Ish.
Ah,
Yeah,
come on.
exactly. That's why I like you. You're Monarch. This is why I like you because you don't have that. Yeah, that thing that. But honestly speaking, welcome to Friday Finances with
Thank
Mr.
you.
Mr. Yeah.
Thank you for
So I
having
was
me.
just telling our viewer, yes, we actually have viewers. I was not expecting people ever, but yeah. So you can also greet them. There's quite a few people who are here.
Hi
Yeah.
everyone. Look, I'm still struggling with talking and typing on this thing at the same time. So I'm not ignoring or avoiding anyone. I'll just say hi
Yeah. No.
using my words.
I 100%. I understand. Most people were not aware that you and social media you actually don't miss. You're one of those few celebrities. Okay, I know you don't want to be classified as celebrity, but okay, you're one of those few people. Let me put it like,
You can say artist. That's fine.
yeah, one of the artists that they don't have a social like I don't know if it's a social life or it's an online life, but you just. But now I'm glad that you're actually taking charge because there's some opportunities that you could be in here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anyway, not
welcome.
Mr. Finances.
Yeah, in ke rata tšhelete ka pelo ya ka le moya, guys. Like the day I become a millionaire, I will invite you. Like I'm going there. I'm this close, about this close. So, but hey, today's show is not about me. Today's show is about Bathabile Mashigo. So, okay, I know that we usually fight when I call you Sister Grace. Guys, Sister Grace is having some network issues. She is gone. I don't know what's happening, and I can't even sing. Like my voice is gone. So it's like as ngizamile bana ngizamile ngiphuze nale nto lena ilemon. I think maybe I should start drinking alcohol. Maybe that will help. Ngoba lento yokuphuza amanzi wodwa le bonakala ngathi ayingisizi and network issue. Yeah, but what we're experiencing here, my lovely good people, is that Bathabile is having some network issues. I don't really know how we can be able to get her back. So we just have to wait, and Jabon, she's gone. So her network is actually not working around. So basically, as I already mentioned earlier on, this month, if you've been someone who's been following the Friday Finances with Mr. Msibise, this month we are going to be definitely dealing with
taking charge of your finances. So most of my guests are going to be women because we are trying to empower women. I have my own perspective when it comes to women and independency as to exactly what it is that I believe women should be partaking in to ensure that they are able to reach their goals, or that they do not only depend on men, but there are things that they do as individuals. So most of them, that's why the topic is taking charge of your own finances as to what is it that you can do in your own time. And she's back. Drink
Hey!
alcohol, Bafo. Yo, hi! I don't know
Wow.
what's happening with you. Balo, since about Tomilo, it's like
Good
I don't like it
Friday,
when
month
things are
end.
going my way and then yo, okay, month end.
Good month
I have
end.
a different month end, so so my month end is not like anyway. But before you, I don't know what happened to your network. I was explaining a bit as to what exactly is it that we are going to be dealing with in terms of us taking charge. So I don't know if we can go ahead. Are you still struggling with network or what's happening? Are you sorted now, internet wise? Yeah. All right. Let's get to it. So obviously you've been an actor for you've been an actor for yeah. Yeah, you're definitely struggling. You're definitely struggling. I have no idea what's happening. Uh-huh. Guys, give it like Baloyi, Bako Gauteng, bana le matla. Yes. Yeah, I lost you there. I only just got 20 years. I don't know what 20 years is. Maybe I'm 20 years. No, I'm not 20. I'm still young, but I did. Yeah, no, we're having a challenge, guys. Baloyi ba ko Gauteng since ba thomile ka matla a bona, so we can't really hear what's happening ka Bathabile. Her network is actually very very bad, very bad, very bad, very bad. She needs prayers. And Turkey, I don't need alcohol. I think yeah, maybe suggest something else like not alcohol. Like I can't even stand the smell of that thing. How am I gonna do that if you Jesus? Just imagine me and alcohol. That wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. There has to be something else that you suggest that I drink because I drink water, and for some reason also it doesn't taste nice lately. And I also drink tea. Yeah, so I'm that guy that drinks tea. I don't drink anything else. It must have sugar inside. If it doesn't have sugar, it's a problem. So alcohol makes people speak in tongues. It's as if they're in church, or yeah, pastor something has done something to them. All of a sudden they are saying or doing things that they shouldn't be doing. So I cannot. Water mzalwane. Sithi hamba mzalwane.
Excuse, I don't know what's going on. Right now, I've turned on both the Wi-Fi and mobile data. So if we go off again, I don't know.
I think Ibalo is like
I
yeah.
mean,
People don't want to see us succeed. But now
I
that's your back.
apologize.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Earlier on, before you got cut, I was actually saying that you've been part of the acting industry for the entertainment industry. I don't even know if there's an acting industry. The entertainment industry for how long now?
20 years.
20, like 20
Yeah,
years. That's 2 decades. Oh my
that's
God.
that's 2 decades. Yeah.
All right. No, I'm just gonna go straight to it because I'm that guy. Like even no mangshela, yabo. Ngisha straight. I don't go I don't go around. So we already explained that today we are trying to talk about a topic that is very wide in terms of taking charge of your finances. So I need to get you from your own perspective. What is your take when it comes to women independence financially? So
Oh my gosh. Yo, look, my that's a difficult question. Look, people make decisions in life, right? There are women who choose to wake up in the morning, go to a place of employment or a business to earn their living. And there are
mm,
other women who choose um to do that at home, stay at home, take care of the children, but are in agreement with their partners, as to then how financial responsibilities are to take place. I think it's a personal decision, it's a personal choice. But
Okay.
I think that a woman who is financially independent is a woman who has a bank account in her name that is active, where she can make financial decisions without having to get permission. Even if that money is pocket money from a spouse or a partner, but when you have your cut, so to speak, or you have responsibilities, and those are based on what your how do I put this, what you're getting. You know what I mean? If there's bread,
Yeah.
if there's no bread, then you are able to go to the nearest garage or spaza shop or whatever it is to buy bread without having to say, oh, I can't. That for me is financial responsibility, where you are not worried about money. Even when times
Okay.
are tough, you know exactly where your money is coming from, and when it gets there, what it is that you are going to do with it. How much money we're talking, that's irrelevant.
No, I get you, because I usually come across a situation where, I think it's the world that we live in, where I don't know if it's the stigma or it's what where women believe they will even quote from the Bible that, yeah, a man must provide and everything. But at the same time, we see women who, yes, the man has been providing for them, but should something happen, all of a sudden the man no longer provides for them, that woman is no longer the same. So how do we bridge that gap in terms of women? Because I'm trying by all means to educate women to say, you know what, even if there is a man who does that, there should be something that you do on your own to say, you know what, I have my own funds at the on the side. That's why I decided to talk to you, because
Yeah.
I know you have that in both lives, because you live in two lives. You have your grace life, and in the grace life you are very successful. Hey, you
Oh,
have
I
money,
want that
right?
life. Yo, you have no idea.
Yeah, you have money. But yeah, it also comes back to what we are saying in the grace life, you have money, you are so much independent, but also in the real life, as Bathabile, as much as I know you, you're also that independent. As to saying, does that have any bad influences in terms of you, or in terms of you attracting other people in your life to say, you know what, because you are that independent, is there anything wrong with the, basically what I'm saying, is there anything wrong with a woman when they're independent?
There's absolutely nothing wrong with a woman, with women being independent.
Mm,
But you see, now you're crossing into then where what a woman's place is financially in a relationship.
mm.
I'm hearing those undertones.
Yeah.
Um, there is absolutely nothing wrong. I work. I'm single. If I were to get married, this man will know that he is getting a woman who, if ish hits the fan for him, a woman who's able to
Mm.
wake up in the morning and work, and um kids will be taken care of, and the bond will be paid, and all of that, right?
Yeah.
But that does not, and it shouldn't at any point in life ever take away the responsibility or financial responsibility of a man in a relationship. Personal opinion, people.
100%.
I'm no psychologist. I'm no expert, right?
Yeah.
um those are choices that I would make in life. I would still want, yes, I work, yes, I have my car, I have my house, I've stuff that I need to be comfortable, that I'm working for myself. But if there were a man in my life, um then dynamics would shift slightly. Not because I can't,
Mm.
but because then we both have responsibilities in a relationship. When we as children go to school, as both men and women, you do that for the self.
Yeah.
When I wake up in the morning and I choose to work, I do that for me. I like the idea of being able to do stuff for myself. I like being independent. And if that in any way intimidates a man who should or who would like to share a life with me, then there's a problem, because
Yeah.
my independence does not take away the financial role of a man in my life. It
Yeah. No,
shouldn't.
you mentioned the dynamics that actually get involved in that. Now, it then goes back to me trying to find out of saying, okay, now there is a man who is providing, at the same time you're also providing. You as a woman, are you supposed to then suppress your financial well-being to saying, because I have a man, I'm not going to use my funds because he is providing at the end of the day, I'm only going to put my funds away? Or are you those one who, like, let's meet each other halfway because we are both earning an income and we are both able to contribute to what is it that we are trying to do?
You know what? There is no halfway.
Mm.
I'm sorry. Msibi, if you and I are in a relationship, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm sorry,
Which we will be. Don't worry. I need a sugar mom. Yeah.
if you and I are in a relationship, the type of relationship, and we're at a place in a relationship where then it's known.
Yeah.
There can't be 50-50. There can't be. Because then say we buy a home and we start a family, then kiko ha mangwali, ke ha mashigo, ke ha msibi. Do you understand? There's those that if you and I, if you want to take it there and we do a 50-50 thing, then you and I are roomies, buddy. You and I are friends. I can share. No, seriously, I can get my friend and we go co-bond, whatever the term is, and then she has her room, I have my room. Fruit, get show me, get like a breakfast or not like a lunch. Do you understand? Let's be real. Let's be real.
No. Let's be saying that in your own personal opinion. That's
my opinion. My opinion. But again, I am not saying that you should come in and be my father. I am not saying that we should be in a situation where then little Msibi has lost a shoe at a soccer game, and then now I'm waiting on you to come back home at 7:00, where I could just go to Edgar's or Total Sport and replace the pair of shoes. I'm not saying that. It is a partnership, but it's a partnership, and two people that are in this particular partnership need to have some serious conversations about what needs to take place, how things should be done, and people agree. There are relationships where then it's a 50-50 thing. It works for them. There's some other relationships where men and women are working, making roughly the same amount of money, but the woman's money goes towards herself.
Nothing. Yes, I've seen those.
That works for this. Do you understand? It works for them. It's fine. What is important is that money is a very, very difficult topic to touch on, and people need to, in a space of a relationship, have honest conversations about it. I cannot now say to you, Hore, yeah, this 50-50 thing because it's fashionable, right? And then like I go back and talk to my friends about
and
how
say,
I'm struggling.
You
know what I mean? And then the next thing, I have to go to Koteboho and ask her for money. How is she going to look at you? She's not going to respect you as my man.
I get you. 100%. Because now, there's a lot of women who are independent, and I love that. I personally, like I said, based on your opinion, I love that, to see that women are able to do that. So when you mention relationship, it then kind of ask me a question as to say, would you date? I know that women do this a lot of time. Would you date a guy who's not earning an income? We're still taking charge of our finances. Would you be with someone who's not earning an income? That person is straightforward from.
When
Bathabile
I was
is gone again, guys.
20...
Just to know about, yes, or she's back.
Oh no!
Are you back, or what's happening?
Again? In my bag.
Okay. Okay, you're back now.
In my bag.
Yeah, you're back.
In my bag. Okay, good. I was saying that, so I turn 42 next month, right? I am.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm too old to be dating a guy that doesn't have an income. I'm sorry. I am not going to wake up at 50 and this guy is still putting together a business proposal.
But he still has 8 years to catch up.
It's impractical. It is. If I have to then get the plumber, nah. go find him and pay for him. What are you there for? Kuisa guy. And I mean this with respect, guys. Ne? I mean this with respect. When I was 22, it would have been a different, like it was a different story, right?
Okay.
Because rebana, chances are go high, bangzamanyana, month end. My mother was a nurse. Then kabuma 15 years, like it's like do you understand? I'll take you out to movies. When I'm how like 25, you was a man. Do you understand? Rosalivana probably still doing her undergraduate studies, blah 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 blah. There's a life ahead of us, but at a certain point, if we're building a life together, and I am at my age and I want to build a life with you, and when all you are bringing home, give love and kisses, now I eat food. I'm sorry, I eat food that costs money.
So what you're saying is it becomes a stage, basically. It's a matter of stage of where we are trying to understand where. But even if that's the case, let's say like now you at your age 42, you get a guy who, remember, we all achieve things at a certain time. There are people who start whose their life start making sense at 40. You meet someone who's 45 and with the way that he's been doing things, he's about to reach his breakthrough. And you know very well personally that before someone reaches their breakthrough, they're broke. I know that personally from me. Like before things started happening for me, no, maybe Lazarus straight. Like I didn't even know where North was or where West was. Everything was just, but I knew that one day something was gonna happen. So if you meet someone like that at that age of 45, while you're 42, will that still be the fact of saying, you know what, no man, Mike, you don't have any income or any sort of income? Is it a matter of age, or is it trying to understand where the person is mentally in terms of where they are going? Because I can also achieve my dream. Donald Trump became a president at 70, so at 70 I stand to be corrected.
Yeah, and see, you're asking this question to Bathabile. So this is where
yes, I'm having a conversation with you.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen. Then if when your breakthrough comes at 45 and a half, and then now I rejected you 2 months before that tender. Then I guess you'll enjoy that money with Paulina. Do you understand? Then it's my loss. I'm sorry, but it's a gamble that I will not take. I will not retire. And then, luckily I'm an artist, so I'll retire when I don't have to. I'm not going to be 50 years old living in the 2-bedroom apartment that I have purchased with you. Okay. It's not happening. If at 50 I should still be in my 2-bedroom apartment that I have purchased, then I should be in it by myself. You know what I'm planning, and it's impractical. I'm not saying that men who have money are more respected, but I am saying that if as a man I have to perform your duties in a relationship, I'll do it for love at first. Eventually, I'm going to get tired, and there will come a time where I even lose respect for you, because this whole this thing, providing for the family. I'm sorry, but it's not my job. We're not wired like that. My duty is to assist, and that I will do. Now, let me tell you what kind of a woman you're getting in me. I get away, no satan.
That's when I was about to pump my
like I'll clean, I'll cook, I'll iron, I'll do nails and everything. I'll do that. But it's unfair for me to do what I need to do for us and the family in a relationship and still have to pull your weight. It's unfair.
No, what I love about this is the fact that as much as you are emphasizing where you are, you also emphasize, without you noticing, the importance of being honest with the person you're with, of saying, you know what, because also the comments here are buzzing where people are saying, you know what, yes, at that age as a man you must have a plan. And also I read a comment about an age hierarchy. I don't know how that works, but basically that's what is needed with people because finance is a very tricky topic and people try to avoid it by all means necessary. And I hate that. I always tell people that, especially when you guys are in a relationship, I do this with my sister. Like, I involve my sister in my budget. She needs to know this is how much money is going in, because we're trying to educate people to know what happens. So also, when you put it in your perspective, saying in a relationship, guys, be honest with each other. Like, tell the guy, hey, dude, you're 45, I'm 43, and this is my expectations.
Yeah.
Financially, this is where. So at that age of 23, because 23 and 20 and 30, we're going through the most. So a lot of things are happening emotionally and building careers at that time. There's also need to be that some sort of a plan where you see where the person is going. This only does not only apply to men, it also applies to women, because men also look at the same thing to say, are we going somewhere with this? I like that. Like, you're straight to the point of saying, let's emphasize on honesty. Right.
And
So
here's the thing. I'm sorry, let me just cut you off there. The thing is, men, when women talk about money honestly and say, I expect this from you financially, you're too quick to go to the gold digging thing. And it's not about that. It's like women, generally, we don't expect you to buy us the most expensive things and take us to Dubai and give us hundreds of thousands. We're not expecting that. It is a willing heart. At the end of the day, we both have responsibilities in a relationship. Even financial responsibilities. I have financial responsibilities in a relationship. I believe women, we have financial responsibilities in a relationship. Matter once then you start talking about money 50-50 in I ran. But baby, natural hair. I'm like, oh, and I must just forget that weave I am not getting from this
you're
one.
trying to balance each other. There has to be some sort of balance. Yeah, before we move on to this, let me just read one. So Ntswaki is saying, a man should hustle, so you're not gonna be at home and depend on me. Never. Hey, it's even on capital letter. Hustle, 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 hustle. Numpumelelo is saying, men automatically think women are entitled when the conversation about money comes. Now, I'm gonna jump in on this one, Numpumelelo. It's majority of us, we don't think it as entitlement, because there is a difference between what Bathabile said and how we look at it. There is a different way we say what you expect and what you demand. There are two. These things are too different, because there are certain women who demand things. There are certain women who will tell you their expectations. So women who tell you their expectations, you are able to tell them, okay, I understand your expectations. This is how far I can go at the moment. And then there are people who demand. Now when you demand, I run.
No,
I can't do that.
And
I can't do that shit.
And here's the thing: a woman who loves you, do you understand? Because then you're trying to build a home, right? Mara vele ngonyana atlo demand certain things that ngonyana o vele onyaka ngosinyetsa. So men, you need to understand that. I think you need to understand that le batla tšhelete a se go senya, ke gona fela go bona gore. Here's the thing: the type of boyfriend you are determines the type of husband you're going to be.
100% correct.
If I can't come to you when I need assistance, then I'm going to be the type of wife when you're there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Expectations with demand. Men hate such things. Or maybe let me just speak for men. Majority, I don't deal with demand. But if you tell me the expectations, we're able to work through it. So yeah, as we go on, I'll just keep on reading if there are any comments. So I love this. Then, but I need you to know this as an actor. Yeah, your career is your career, the way it is advertised it's mainly because we watch too much American movies. Like, you guys, with the way we see you, you're making a lot of money. Like, I want to be an actor. Why? Because everyone's gonna see you on TV. So there's a lot of money. But then when you start to sit down with actors, you realize that, hey, dude, this is South Africa. This is not America. Then there's that shift, and you've been there for 20 years. Have you ever come across a situation where you're like, you know what? I'm done with this shit. There's no money here. I want to excuse my language. I want to do something else.
No.
So you don't have a relationship with money?
It's got look. It's got nothing to do with. Are you saying have I ever wanted to quit because of money?
Yes.
I've never wanted to quit. Period. Ne?
Nice. I would give you a high five if I was next to you.
No, look. This is where I this is where I belong. It's a calling. This is where I am. This is where I'll always be. Right. In the creative industry, that is not necessarily as an actor.
Yeah.
But the question you're asking is that then people have this misconception that actors make a lot of money, or
Yes.
or artists make a lot of money.
Yes.
It's just as in any business, it's show business, right? It is a business, and some people make certain choices that allow them to make more than others.
Okay.
You said earlier, you talked about how I was not on social media and all of that, and
Yes.
that was a decision that I made. I had my reasons, but I'm also aware that by not paying enough attention on social media, I am limiting my potential earnings. Right? It was a personal decision, not necessarily a business decision. A personal decision that's having a somewhat of a negative impact on my finances. And
Okay.
now, when we started back then, we did not have social media. Not even Facebook existed. So we had Shwash. Shwash was the biggest thing when I was a young actor, and the way that it was presented, or the way that it came across to me personally, was that I do not want to be a part of anything that could negatively impact me. I was back then, and I still am happy just being a working actor that nobody really, people don't know my name. I really don't care. People who's, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But young actors today are in a position, young artists are in the position where they can make sound business decisions. Social media has, but like, goodness, some hectic financial, what you call it, earnings, right? Potential earnings.
Yeah.
Because brands look to social media to see who's more influential, and such. So they want to associate with such people. So in that regard, I realized that I have made some choices that I don't regret, but also had I made different choices, I would be far ahead.
Yeah. Because the reason I'm bringing that question is because it's very important that it doesn't matter what career you do, that you diversify your income. You don't only just look at one income.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why when you're saying taking charge of your finances, So hence I used to shout at you to say, why? Because like you have it, but why aren't you doing it? Like, why are you stopping money from coming in? I
Yeah.
don't get it. I don't get it. I personally make sure that my income are diversified to know that I have income here, I have income here, I have income here. Now, what we have noticed is, as much as we have the idea that showbiz has a lot of money, is also the fact that once people who are in the showbiz are out of showbiz, it's a problem. They all of a sudden they are broke. All of a sudden it's like they never even existed in that thing. You're like, oh, I used to watch Zone 14. You used to play there, but now you. So hence I'm asking, do you or do people in show business as a whole have a relationship with money, or are you just living in the moment?
Sure, it's such a difficult question to answer. A
Mm.
relationship with money is a habit, right?
Yeah.
If you were taught at a young age just how important money is, you take care of it. This industry is not regulated. Artists go for months without an income. So you get into a position where oh, well, I have to save 20% of my income every month. And then those of us who are in SOPI, say you sign a contract for a year and you have the 20% as a how, and you're saving, and maybe you are renewed for, let's say, for argument's sake, 5 years, and then things go dry. you now have to dip into your savings. When
Yeah.
you have medical aid, it comes 100% out of your pocket. There are people who are raising families. There are people who have homes and cars and fees and all of those things. Now, when you go for months without an income, and you were only depending on the money that you were making from the, say, the acting, you're in trouble, because
Yeah.
now you have to go and dig into your savings. Look, we don't have, we are not eligible for anything. We are not eligible for anything. No UIF, no, none of that. So when you save
Because it's
money,
business.
it's exactly, it's business. We are contract workers. So it's, the onus is on you, the artist, to create a healthy relationship with money. And I hate it when people say, "Oh, is this all you do?" You know, because it cheapens what we do. It cheapens the industry and the actual work. But because of the nature of the industry, yeah, you kind of have to have other things on the side.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate enough to be in a space where I'm working with artists who have who are entrepreneurial. They have, there is a lot of business activity. People maybe don't know this, but at Scandal there are entrepreneurial activities that are going on outside of the art space. So you know, briefly and purchasing, someone will say something and you pick up and you're like, actually this is a nice idea. Ning, someone will have a brand of clothing. Ning, someone will have a shop. Ning, someone will have music, or whatever it is. But we then learn from each other, because the environment that we, the artists, have created for ourselves is one where we can discuss money, and people are not shy to say to you, "Hi, Marachomi, like, if you're not here, where are you?"
Yeah.
And you go and
No,
maybe think, like, you know what I mean? So artists build each other, because we realize that it is a business, but it's a business that is very dodgy. So you know, it's very dodgy. So yeah, a healthy relationship with money, a healthy relationship with money is essential.
Yeah, I think Nompumelelo also agrees with you where she says a relationship with money is a habit. I think it's something that I always emphasize with people when we talk about savings, to say it's not an obligation, it's a must. You need to do that, because once you do it, it becomes so in tune in you that you know that this is what I need to do to prepare for that. I'm
Yeah.
so in tune. So we also have Nompumelelo here saying at the same time people want a lifestyle, because Bathabile is doing this as an actress. So when Bonolo becomes an actress, she wants the same, but she's not in the same lane. I don't know what LSMM stand for, but she's not in the same LSM. Yeah, that's what she says there. Yeah, but I think it goes back to what you're saying, because hence I started by saying, when we watch too much American movies, we will assume that, yeah, no, you guys are loaded. But then when you come to South Africa and you start to sitting down with people who are in showbiz in South Africa, you're like, oh, there is that bit of a difference. I get
And
that.
and,
That's
and don't get me wrong. Artists who make good money make a lot of it.
a lot of money. Yeah, yeah. No, I've come
But
across a few of those.
yeah, but it's a business decision. You sit down and you ask yourself, what type of an artist do I want to be? Once you are clear, once that's clear in your mind, then it'll affect everything else. It'll affect your interaction on social media. It'll affect how you network with other people in the same space or not. You must remember, art is everywhere. So I
Yeah.
could still survive as an artist, but in your world, right? I could be
Yeah.
brand manager for brand ambassador
For
for
something
CD
else.
Academy, and you pay me for it. Artists everywhere. But as an artist, you first need to understand the type of an artist you want to
Okay.
be. You
Okay.
look, there's nothing wrong with choosing to have dirty dreadlocks and hang out at the market theater. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's your decision. But someone else, seriously, someone else wants to drive a Porsche and live in a mansion. So they work towards that within the same industry. People make decisions, they're business decisions. You decide.
Okay, that's good. Let's move on. So, knowing what you're doing right now, so you've been doing this thing for 20 years, so means 20 years there's been income in and out. What is the worst financial mistake you've ever done? There could be one, could be two. Your worst where you were like, what the?
Hey, born. So, so I booked
I'm even laughing
generations.
right now. Oh yeah, I used to be in generation. I think I was in primary school.
I will know when
Yeah.
I booked generations. There I am thinking I have arrived. I had a prepaid nyana MTN cell phone. Yes, contracts. Yes, one. Virgin Money was still coming out. Hey, listen to me. This was in 2005, right? Virgin Money credit card, bank fast, I think 25,000 rand back then. VW, yes, this is golf chico, mwana, bona.
You bought a car on your credit card.
Not with my credit card, no.
Oh,
no. Okay, a brand new City Golf Chico back then was like 65,000 rand. It wasn't much, even for then, right? Okay. Then you're jumping from shop to shop to shop to shop.
Yeah.
Live home, why? Yes, I'm gonna say BC was mus. Ola apartment. Yeah, okay, I was renting, but still, you know. And then how the job goes, the credit card bills are starting to knock. Luckily the car was cheap, you know. You make me say, I was young. I was very young. I'm glad I went through that when I was still in my early 20s. But I went and I did things without thinking. I got very impulsive. I was swiping left, right, and center. Oh, and the Standard Bank had a thing called, I'm mentioning brands. I don't know if I can do this on your show.
Yeah,
but anyway.
no. We shouldn't. They're gonna kill us. But yeah,
Blue Bean.
We'll worry about them later.
Remember?
Blue Bean. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I remember it. My dad had that.
Born. Yeah. And then now you're deep in it, and there's no income coming. Okay, when I'm out to the bank, revolving credit. Yeah.
Oh my word.
So yeah, I've made mistakes. There was a time I bought again at VW. I bought a car, got balloon payment because it was a car that at the time I clearly could not afford, but I really wanted it, and I did not know what balloon payment was.
So they never explained to you what balloon payment is, how it works.
And I'm sure they did vaguely. I did not care. I just wanted my car at the time.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah. No, I get you because that's the thing. I think just recently, I was assisting a lady who did a similar thing. The car is offered. There's a balloon payment. She's like, she's happy. The premium is okay. I'm like, hello, sis. Can we just discuss this? Yes, the premium is proper, but do you understand what's going to happen at the end of the term? She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, this thing called a balloon payment. You say a balloon, it's gonna pop. And when it pops, it's not nice. She was so shocked. She was not aware. I'm like, a lot of people go through this thing and they're not aware. A balloon payment is a payment that you're going to pay at the end of that contract. Yeah. Now they even try to make it easy. I think now you are able to refinance it, but then that extend the length of how many months you're supposed to pay. So you had to go through. So this thing of balloon payment has been around for years now.
It has. We called it something different back then. Same old nonsense. It was yeah. So no, I've made some bad financial choices. But now they get you when you are still studying. They these retail shops. You go in and suddenly you don't need your mother's permission letter anymore because you know when now you're over 21 and you do it. Look, I've done it all. I've had Bonaboma Foshini cards. I've had young.
I think I can also add to that. My sister might even kill me for this. Let me just try. Oh, she's not online, so it's fine. So my sister she's 21 now. She did exactly that. She opened because she didn't need parental guidance now. She was okay. She opened a retail account, and month later, she finds out that she has a debt I think it was close to 3,000.
Yo.
And she was so shocked as to how, because now I don't have the entire information. I'm busy shouting at her. I'm like, how can you do something so stupid? How can you buy? She's like, but I didn't. I only bought something then, and then I didn't buy anything. I paid this. When she looks at the statement, and it's one thing that I always tell people to say, guys, these things of credit, if you can buy something on cash, buy it. If not, lay by it. Leave credit alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
There should be a reason where you like, you know what? Yeah, there is a
Yeah.
serious reason. But for small things, no, stay away.
Yeah,
Stay
I know.
away.
I learned the hard way. But again, I was saying earlier that I'm glad that I went through this in my 20s. Now I
Yeah.
know, I do have a credit card now, but every time I swipe it, I swipe money that I already have. I put money in it. Yeah,
That's how
I've
you master a
learned.
credit card. Nice one. I'm glad. That's how you master a credit card.
Exactly. But we
Yeah.
don't know what the difference is between good debt and bad debt.
Yeah.
So no one tells you. No, when you go to the bank and you're getting that loan, no one sits you down to have you
And say,
understand what
yeah.
it is that you are, you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, that's why I do what I do, to try my utmost best to actually share the knowledge that I have, the little knowledge that I have with regards to this, as to how we can help you. Yeah, last but not least, if you knew what you knew today at 42 years of age, yeah, like you look 22, but yeah, at 42 years, what would you change back then if you knew
About
what you already
money,
knew then? Yeah, money wise. Now let's go back 20
save,
years. So you're 40.
oh,
Did you hear
save,
that, guys? Say without
save,
hesitation.
mm,
Why?
save.
Why should we say? What for?
Financial freedom. It gives you security. It's nice to not have to worry about money when life happens. The first place to go to should be your own pocket. If
Mm,
there's money that you don't have easy access to, but you have some access to,
yeah.
then put it in that account. And I'm still, I freelance, so sometimes it's hard for me to make financial decisions regarding
Mm-hmm.
saving, like, say buying unit trusts, and you're putting money away every month because sometimes you
Yeah.
don't know about work and stuff like that. Then
Yeah.
find other means where you secure your income, and you put money away just in case life happens. And even if
Yeah.
life doesn't happen, sometimes you just want to spoil yourself. Make a nice big purchase so that you know what you're
Mm,
working towards. You want to go on that trip, go there without having to steal money from your rental money, or your bond, or money from your car, or
credit card.
having to not pay credit card. Oh my goodness. It's
Yeah.
nice to have some money aside, and you spoil yourself, or even if it's just for security.
100% agree with you. Savings is number one in everything, because there is one rule. If there's anything that anyone can take away from this conversation, because this is not an interview, from this conversation, is the importance of savings, and the
Yeah.
importance of having a healthy relationship with money. So with most people who interact with me, they know that before anything else, I pay Putalienzega first, which means it's the one rule that I can skip the other rules, the financial rules that I've created for myself. But number one rule is always pay yourself first.
Yeah.
And I'm very strict when it comes to that. I don't care what is it that I don't care how much money I made on a certain month. I always do that. I always pay myself first. And by paying myself first is because I've come to notice that people have a wrong interpretation of this. By paying yourself means save money, because life does happen. 2020 is one year that proved to us that life does happen when you
Yeah.
least expect it. So
Exactly.
when you are able to save that, because that's what I'm getting from the equity, yeah, it doesn't also only just say you must save because life should happen. It should also save because there's something that you want to receive. Earlier on at work today, I was chatting to this guy who said at 14, he wanted an Xbox. So he told his father that he wanted an Xbox, and his father was like, "You are going to buy yourself that Xbox." The guy is like, "I'm 14. How am I supposed to do that?" He said, "You want an Xbox. That's your goal. Work for it." He was telling me that he worked for 2 full years just to
Mm,
afford an Xbox.
mm,
Yeah. So it
mm.
was part of the thing to say, whenever you say, so what I'm trying to say to people is whenever you say there has to be a goal attached to it, don't save for the sake of saving because you are going to misuse that money.
Yeah.
And also understand what emergencies are. We have different people. Different people treat emergencies as if so. Running out of fuel is not an emergency while you're still at home. Stay at home, you'll be fine. Buying a chicken licken is not. So but I think we're gonna run out of time. I was still enjoying to talk to you. Like Instagram is gonna kick us out now. Any advice that you'd like to offer to young women out there who are trying to build their life, whether they want to be join the entertainment industry or they just want to be to learn how to be independent and not anything that you like to say to them?
You know what? I think just as women, we need to stop apologizing for the things that we want out of life. We cannot apologize for the things that we have achieved. We have come
Mm,
too far. There are women who have died for us to just have some of the rights that we have. So don't apologize. Live your life as authentically as you possibly can. Do you, as the young people say. And that's it. I'm not going to go into, if you want to be in this industry, blah, blah, blah. I think these are just simple rules of life. Whatever it
yeah,
is
no, I
that you
get
want to
you.
get into, put you first and do not apologize. If you are not the most important person in your own life, you're not going
Mm.
to prioritize anyone else.
Yeah, no, I actually learned a lot from you because I always tell people this that as much as I'm in the finance guy, I'm in the finance. Whenever I interact with people, I always learn. So what I took away from you today was the health relationship. Where a person has to have a healthy relationship with money.
Yeah.
Understand how much you earn. So I can take it even deeper to say, understand how much you earn, understand how much you use it for. And also, when you're in a relationship, be honest with the person financially when
Yes.
you tell them, this is my expectations. This
Yeah.
is what I'm expecting. Don't demand, good ladies, women. I beg you, don't demand. So, guys, it's been really, really lovely to have Bathabile talking about taking charge of your finances when she talks about her own challenges that she came across buying a crown balloon payment.
Balloon payment, run, run.
Balloon payment, stay away. Stay away, guys, from balloon payment. Also, when she said, guys, she learned about credit cards. It means remember she said she has a credit card. She used the credit card, but she only uses money that is already on the credit card. She uses money that she tops up. Now she said, I don't know where she learned that from. So I hopefully, yeah, she learned
I
from
learned
me.
that from
I just
having
hope
credit
so.
debt.
But anyway,
Credit card debt taught me
credit
that.
yes. Now, so because that's one of the easiest way to master that guy. When you have a credit card, put money on top of it.
Yeah.
Then you get to use your own money. So that's what I got. Now, thank you very much, guys, to good people, to everyone who was here. If I didn't read your question, pretty much I'm really, really sorry. But I think I went through everything. To everyone who was here joining us, we're gonna see you probably next week or the next time. But anyway, thank you. Batabile, enjoy your night.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
Angazi ngikusho ukuthini lokho, but yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.